All right now, side yard skunks. Let's start this off great. Side yard skunk works coming at you again. Been several days. Actually, it's been a few months since we posted. Life kind of gets in the way, but family comes first. We take care of family and all that first. Then we do this because I don't make any money doing these TikToks. I do it for enjoyment, and I do it to try to maybe pass on a little information to folks. And so I'm going to get started on this again, and I will explain to you why as we go along. Go ahead and flip the camera back around here if I can figure out how. Never mind. Let's just kill this one. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. I'm not real tech savvy. I'm more old school, turn the wrenches type of guy. But y'all remember the old step side square body. We've been through a few things on it. The old rules never let me down till today. And as you can see, number one, we're missing a beauty ring. And we did go back and try to find it later. Did not. I had a trailer on the old truck, which I've hauled that trailer many times. This truck hauled it with several others too, and kept breaking the others. This is the only one that hadn't broken on me until today. I had a load of scrap from all my playing around here, and I got about 4 miles from the house, and then disaster struck. Kind of disaster. The truck started making a funny noise. I think you can probably see that's what's left of the rear lug studs. That's kind of funny if you'll notice that one's a little short right there. There's the rest of it. Wouldn't tighten any further than that. Fortunately, this truck has the 2 3/4 inch wide brakes and the 8 inch wide wheels, so it just set down the wheel and we started up a little hill. The truck was making a little bit of noise, but we thought it was just the trailer rattling from the scrap. Turns out it was the fins on the brake drum turned inside the wheel. So about halfway up the hill, the truck just kept slowing down, and just stopped. Poof, stopped. And I thought, okay, maybe the transmission fluid leaked out, maybe we blew a seal. You never know what's going to happen. It's an old truck. But I looked down as I tried to accelerate, and I realized the speedometer was accelerating with me. The truck wasn't moving, but it was making the awfulest noise you ever heard. And so I stopped, got out and looked. There wasn't a lug nut left on that wheel. It was sitting in the rim, believe it or not. I don't know how it stayed on the truck. So, okay, no big deal. I fixed these on the side of the road before. There's still 4 studs on there. Well, 3.5. One of them is ruined, obviously. And, well, reached in the back of the truck, grabbed the jack, got the jack. No jack handle, no lug wrench, no nothing. Then I remembered I'd taken them out because I'd hauled a load of tires in the truck. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Fortunately, I was in a construction zone, and the road was down to 1 lane, and of course, I broke in the 1 lane, so I had to move barrels around so people could drive around me, and it was a mess. But the nice fella at the construction site said, "Man, I got a socket set if that'll help you." I said, "Yes, sir, if you got that." And the jack handle said, "Man, we'd be gold." He went to his truck, brought it back to me, said, "That work?" "Yes, sir, I can make it work." Jacked truck up, slid the wheel back on, and realized that there was only 3 viable studs, maybe. Truth was there was only 2. So I got those, stole lug nuts off the other wheels, because the lug nuts are long gone. We have no idea where they're at either. And so I took one off each front. There was 2, and believe it or not, my hauler, my trailer, has the same bolt pattern, the same lug nuts. So, and the spare is attached with 2 extra lug nuts. So I had 2 spare lug nuts there. Well, it's going to be all right. We're going to be fine. Got those 2 on, tightened down. Of course, they cross-threaded in there. I knew they would, but they were on there and they were tight. And like I said, we're 4 miles from the house. We can limp it back home. Went to do the 3rd one. It went on about halfway and said, "Nope, that's it." And the stud started spinning in the axle. Oh, great fun. But I have 2. Let's just see if we can limp back home. And we did. The old truck made it back home. Wheel didn't come loose. Didn't damage the wheel. I'm amazed. Got home, put 5 studs in it, and I'm sorry, I should have recorded that. And about 2/3 of the way through it, I realized what I'd done, that I hadn't recorded it, and this would have been good information. Because it's not hard to install wheel studs. But that's okay, because that's going to bring us back to the 1 ton. I'm tired of breaking half tons. Every one of them I use, I end up breaking. And this truck, it's more for fun and playing than it is for hauling, really. So we're going to be back on this old girl. As you can see, we've been doing a little work. Get a little rubber on her now. And I was swapping over to a 700 R4 in it. And the more I looked and played, the more I realized this is not a high-speed truck. This is a truck made for pulling. Let's just go back with the factory 4-speed. It was in it. And you got the old 350 in it, you know, the later model TBI style. You know, get the good old Ram form manifolds on it. So that ought to run pretty good in this old truck. I think it's got a 457 gear under it. And I do have the rest of the sheet metal for it. It's just not on it. It was just easier to take apart without it on it. There's the old, good old cast iron 4,000 pound 4-speed. Well, it probably only weighs a couple of hundred, but it feels like 4,000. And that's where we're going to be with that. But try to keep in mind, folks, if you're doing a lot of heavy lifting, heavy hauling, go ahead and step up to a 3/4 or 1 ton. These little half tons were made, well, they were made tough, but you know, you want to haul Rickerwood, or you want to haul your 4-wheeler somewhere, or your side-by-side somewhere on a little trailer, that'd be great for that. But once you lower them, well, it's not really lowered, it's leveled. But you level it, trailer just gets a little low, you have to use a step up, and you know, you just don't want to put massive amounts of weight on it. I know I scaled out last run, I scaled out over 3,000, or right at 3,000 pounds going across the scales, and that truck knew it. Had plenty of power, but the suspension just said, no, buddy, you're trying to do this with too little of a truck. But just kind of keep in mind to work with what you got. But if it's too much for it, go find what you need. These square body builders, they're everywhere, especially the 3/4 and 1 tons, because they're long beds, and the long beds just don't catch on like the short beds do. I prefer a long bed personally, but you can't pass up a good step side, of course. But that's how today went. So we should be back on here some now and be posting some more videos. Hope y'all keep watching. Looking forward to them. And once again, apologize for the absence there. Life gets in the way, and well, we have to live our life. Then we come back and play. See y'all later. Thanks for watching.